guys, welcome back to another video and welcome back to episode 14 of the Monoposto Driver Career Mode series. If you guys are enjoying the series so far, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. But let's get into this episode with some breaking news that Alpine has approached us for the next season. So we have two contracts on the table currently, a possibility with Alpine and the possibility to stay with McLaren and extend into this next season. So what Alpine has offered is a quote championship winning car to match my talents. So that definitely does sound very appealing to be able to get into a championship winning car. But with the way that things are looking now, Alpine is currently last in the drivers' constructor standing. So could this be something similar to what Fernando Alonso has done in real life? Jumped from Aston Martin, who looked really poor in 2022, and they've made incredible progress coming into the next season. So it might be a little bit of a gamble, but let me know in the comments down below what you think I should do. You think that I should take the risk with Alpine, or think that I should stay with McLaren? Let me know in the comments down below, and we will find out very soon in the next episode which team I did end up going for. But coming now for the final qualifying session of this season, our teammate Pierre Gasly doing a fantastic job in P4, beating both Red Bulls of Verstappen and Perez as we are coming around now towards the final few stages of this lap, and we're just hoping that we can get pretty close to our teammate for the final race of the season. The last race in Brazil definitely was not very good, as we did get beaten by our teammate due to the fact that we crashed out. So we're hoping for a nice and clean race today, no mistakes from us, as we're coming around now the final corner of this lap for the final qualifying of the season. Where is this lap going to put us? As it puts us in P8. So not as close to our teammate as we want it to be. We definitely do have some work to do, but with the car that we have, I'm sure that we are able to get close to our teammate in his opening stage of the race. As we get ready now for the race start for the final time in this season, the 5 red lights are out. And it's lights out and away we go for the final time this season. We don't get that good of a start. Lando Norris is already past us, coming into turn 1 now to try and go back around the outside of the Mercedes. It's very slow and steady coming into the first corner as he managed to get back past Lando Norris now. We're trying to have a look on his teammate George Russell, but Lando Norris shoots back up our inside. He is not allowing us to get back past him, as the two Mercedes now ahead of us in our sights, as we're trying to just navigate our way through the field now, hoping that we can have a very clean start of this race. And we're just trying to get in the slipstream now of George Russell in the Mercedes car. We've dropped a position already, and we just need to stay with the the Mercedes of George Russell, and just hope that we can get those positions back, as it looked like George Russell was pushed onto the grass a little bit there from the Red Bull of Max Verstappen, and that might be able to put him on the back foot at the moment. And we're going to try and get in the slipstream now of Lando Norris. You can see past our wear line in the Porsche, also trying to have a look on our inside, and he's going to try and go for the move as we very nearly make contact with Lando Norris. Past our wear line is now on our inside in the Porsche. We go wheel to wheel, we bang wheels with the Porsche driver, as we're going to hang it around on the inside, and we keep that position coming into the final few stages of this first lap. We're trying to just navigate our way through the field now and try and follow the Mercedes of Lando Norris. We know that we have a faster car than the Mercedes, so it's just only a matter of time and only a matter of patience before we can get back past the British driver, as we get a beautiful switchback now coming off the final corner and now to the start of lap 2, but the Mercedes just has a little bit better straight on speed than we do, and we aren't able to make anything from that switchback. But we're going to try another switchback now coming into the first corner. We're going to try now around the outside of Lando Norris. We make that move stick. Can we go around the outside now of George Russell? We're trying to have a look at it. We get in the slipstream, we go off the track there. There's not much space for us to work with, but we're still trying to go wheel to wheel with the Mercedes of George Russell now. We go down the inside, coming into the hairpin. It's all very slow and compact coming into the hairpin, and we've made the move now on George Russell, and we're going to try and have a look now on the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. Has gone a little bit backwards at the start, and we're going to use that momentum that we have currently, and we get past the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc up into 6th place now. We can see the two Mercedes now of George Russell and Lando Norris storming past the Ferrari now, and they are hot on our tail. And we get a good exit coming out of our chicane now. We have a run on our teammate. We've already got past Max Verstappen, but our teammate has a DRS, and so does Max Verstappen in that Red Bull, the fastest car on the grid so far. And you can see now how he is zooming off into the distance as we try and follow him through. And we're going to try now and try and get a run on the Red Bull now, but we have to just back out for the time being. But we're going to try now and try and hold it around the outside, but we're just going to have to sit back at the moment. As you can see, Lando Norris getting ever so close to us now, but our teammate Pierre Gasly is going wheel to wheel with Max Verstappen. They did make a little bit of contact there. It looked like there was some bodywork flying off one of the two cars there, as the two drivers now fighting extremely hard for 4th place. I was going to try and sit back and watch this happen and pick up the scraps when they come. to try the same move we tried on Lando Norris a few laps ago, tried to get the switchback, but it didn't work for us, unfortunately. As you can see, Charles Leclerc now is out of the race, so I'm not sure what has happened there, but that is not how the Ferrari would have wanted to end the season, I am sure. After trying to follow now, Max Verstappen coming into the first sector now of these twisty few corners. We can try to go down the inside of the Red Bull, but we just don't have enough momentum to try and do that. But we're going to try and hang it around the outside. Are we going to be able to make this move? We're going to try, but the Red Bull hangs it on our inside, and he leaves us not a lot of space to work with. But we're going to sit in his slipstream now. Who's got the faster car on the straight? It definitely looks like it's the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. We just aren't getting enough as we would like. As we can try, maybe. Are we going to make a move down the inside? No, we're not. We're going to sit back, but we go wide. We missed the apex by a country mile as we clipped the curve a little bit there. As that is going to pause on the back foot a little bit. But are we going to be able now to try and get a run on the Red Bull of Max Verstappen or Sergio Perez? It looks like we're a little bit too far back now. As we're going to try and have a look on Max Verstappen, try and hang it around the outside, but no, Verstappen gets back past us. We just aren't close enough at the moment. But look at this now, 6 cars in contention for the win, 6 cars separated by nearly half a second. We can try now, go for the move on the inside of Max Verstappen. He nearly cuts our front wing off there, he nearly turned into us completely there. But we're going to try now, follow this extremely close pack now. We can try to go around the outside of Max Verstappen. We can try the same move we tried on him last lap. We're getting very, very close, super close to contact, but good racing between us both and enough respect to make sure that we don't run into each other as we managed to pull that move around the outside of the Red Bull. And we can try to have a look on our teammate Pierre Gasly now, but Max Verstappen in that Red Bull is an absolute rocket down the straight, and you can see he's gaining is the Red Bull. He's gaining so much on us now as he shoots down our inside and goes back into 5th place. But we are going to get the DRS on the second detections on now, and we are just a little bit too far back to try and make a move on the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. But we aren't too far back now. We're going to try to go down the inside of Max Verstappen as we made contact with the Red Bull.
He just fully turned into me.
We've made contact with the Red Bull of Max Verstappen now. We're missing half our front wing. Luckily for our pit window was only 1 lap away, and we just managed to pull off the double stack with our teammate Pierre Gasly. And we are going to be going on to the hard tyres for the remaining 8 laps of this race. Now, it's very unlucky contact between ourselves and the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. He just completely turned into us. But as Fernando Alonso would say, it is a little bit of karma to see that the Red Bull has retired from this race now, as we come out in the pits in P12. As we're now chasing now Jack Doohan in the Alpine, the car that we could potentially be driving next season. We can try and hang it around the outside. Are we going to be able to make the move? No, we aren't able to make the move, but we haven't late think about it. But we bang wheels with the Alpine driver, and we're going to sit on this main straight now, sit in the slipstream and go back past the Alpine driver. As Lando Norris without DRS, he had to sit and duck on the straight as we move up now into 7th place. But Jack Doohan in the Alpine on our inside is going to be able to try and make a move. He has a little look for it, but we shut the door. We've shut the door on the Alpine driver, and he isn't able to make that move stick. But the Alpine driver of Jack Doohan now has the DRS. He's going to have a better exit than we are as he shoots back past us now, coming into P8. As Lando Norris now in the Mercedes also comes back past us, and we've lost 2 positions now in the space of 1 corner. We're going to try and follow these 2 drivers through now. I'll be able to make a move on the outside of Jack Doohan. We're going to try it. We're going to try and make a move around the outside. It'll be an audacious move, but we have to actually try and back out of that one. That would have been an airplane crash if he did make contact with the Alpine there. Because we can try and follow him now under the hotel, coming up to where the pit lane is now, in the final few corners of this 8th lap of the race. As we're just going to sit behind now, as I mentioned previously, only matter of patience as you get a beautiful switchback on the Alpine driver Jack Doohan, but he's going full aggressive mode here, and he is not going to let that move happen. As we try to get the switchback, we nearly do the same thing with Max Verstappen. We nearly got our front wing chopped off, so we maybe need to tone down the aggressiveness a little bit, as we may be pushing a little bit too hard here. As we're trying to just to follow the Alpine now, we haven't made that much progress on lap 8 of this race. We're still exactly where we started, as the Alpine of Jack Doohan goes a little bit wide and cuts the corner, but we're going to have a brilliant exit now and a brilliant run on the 2 drivers of Jack Doohan and Lando Norris. We're going to sit in the slipstream now. We have a little bit of ERS to play with. Lando Norris, there's no point fighting him. He doesn't have DRS. That's an easy overtake for us. It's Jack Doohan who we're concerned about. We're going to try and make a move into the chicane. We are too far back and we've got to sit behind now. But coming into the second detection zone now, we're going to have DRS once more. And now we are able to try and make a move on the Alpine of Jack Doohan. We're gaining on the Alpine driver. Lando Norris is also gaining. We go to the inside. Lando Norris goes to our outside. This is like Schumacher and Hakkinen all those years ago, as we tried to make a move on Lando Norris, but we just aren't close enough for the time being. As we're still behind those 2 drivers now, as Jack Doohan goes wide and he takes out Lando Norris. Wow, What a moment there as the two drivers crash as Nick DeVries shoots past us in the AlphaTauri. Past our line also gets back past us, and we lost 2 places now on 1 straight. These old hard tyres definitely are not doing the trick as we're losing a lot of momentum. We are just dropping off the field like a lead balloon. We've lost nearly 4 places in the space of 1 lap. Our teammate Pierre Gasly on those medium tyres in 4th place, so maybe the medium tyres were the way to go, but we are definitely having a hard time here. As Lance Stroll now is following us, and surely he's not going to try and make a move here. You can't overtake here as Lance Stroll goes for it anyway as we make contact, and we're out of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Man, is this guy blind? What the is wrong with him?
Absolutely no idea what Lance Stroll was doing, trying to make an overtake in the there. But here are the final standings for the season. We dropped 2 positions and we end the season in P4 with 83 points to our name, 1 point behind our teammate. And for the Constructors' Championship, we finished in 2nd, but we still have one thing to decide. Will we race for Alpine next season or will we race for McLaren?
Come on in. Take a seat. It's time we had the big conversation about your next move.